Hey guys, it's Sekaar, and today we're going to be going over my magical warden build for the Deadlands chapter. Before we get started, as always, if you could just like the video, um, subscribe to the channel, all that stuff. Really not going to say anything else about that. It really helps me a lot. So guys, I really hope you enjoy the video, and yeah, let's get on with it. Thank you. Alright guys, let's get started. First, let's look at our character sheet. We're going to have 33 points into magic and then 31 points into health. This is going to give us a nice chunky amount of health because one of our heals, our Arctic Blast, is going to be based off of our maximum health. So we're going to want to get the health up as high as possible. So that's why we're doing that. The Mundus that we're going to be running is the Atronach, and we're going to be using Bewitched Sugar Skulls as our food. And we're also going to be Vampire Stage 3 because that is going to give us an insane amount of tankiness. So Vamp Stage 3 is definitely the way to go. And then also on top of this, we're going to be Breton for our race. And then for our skills, our main spammable is going to be Crushing Shock. This is going to be what procs most of the... Actually, let's go over the gear first, then we'll go over the skills, and I'll explain it. So our front bar is going to be Draugr Inferno Staff in the charge trait. Our charge is going to increase the appliance of status effects by 480%. So you want Draugr in charged on this, trust me. We're going to want our double dot poisons on our front bar. This is going to give you the most amount of damage possible. And then on our back bar, I'm going to be using the Vadishron Perfected Ice Staff in the defending trait. What this is going to do, this is going to put a little tether between you and the enemy, and it's going to deal a nice chunky amount of damage, and it's going to really make a lot of sense later on. I'll explain it later. Our monster set is going to be Malubeth. Our helmet is going to be light reinforced, and as always, all of our gear, as you can see, is going to be in the prismatic enchant. So our helmet is going to be light Malubeth in reinforced, and our shoulders are going to be medium Malubeth in impen. Our chest piece is going to be heavy Wretched Vitality in reinforced. What Wretched Vitality does is the 2-piece gives you magic recover, the 3-piece gives you magic or stamina recover, the 4-piece gives you weapon and spell damage, and then the 5-piece, which is what is really important and really makes this set really good, is while you're in combat, applying a major buff or debuff to a target grants you 260 magic and stamina recovery for 15 seconds. Then while in combat, applying a minor buff or debuff to a target grants you 130 magic recovery and stamina recovery for 15 seconds. So that's just so much sustain that it's actually unbelievable. Just hitting race against time basically procs that right there. So that's just so much recovery up at all times. I absolutely love this set right now. It's my favorite thing on this. Our waist is going to be light Wretched Vitality in Impen. Our hands are going to be light Wretched Vitality in Impen. Legs, heavy Wretched Vitality in Reinforced. And our feet are going to be heavy Wretched Vitality in Impen. And then, as always, our 3 jewelry pieces are going to be Swift, and they're all going to be Draugr with spell damage glyphs on. Okay, so onto our skills. Crushing Shock, the reason why we're using this is because it's going to apply status effects to the enemy. So hitting them with that Flame Frost and shock damage is really does a lot of damage. So this is a really good spammable on this build, especially once you start to get your dots up. Bird of Prey, this is going to give you major expedition when you use it, but most importantly, it's going to give you minor berserk, so it's going to increase your damage done just for having this slotted. Blue Betty, this is going to be your source of major brutality and major sorcery, so it's going to increase your weapon and spell damage by 20%. And also every 5 seconds, the net removes 1 negative effect from you, so that's pretty dope in the middle of a fight. And then you could spam that also to remove negative effects off you too. Deep Fissure, this is going to be one of your main bursts on this build. This is going to be your main source of damage, kind of. And then if you can link that up with your Crushing Shock. But also, enemies hit with that are going to be affected by Major Breach, so it's going to reduce their physical and spell resistance by 6k. So hitting your enemies with this is really going to help you in a fight. Fetcher Infection, this is a nice dot to put on your enemies over time. And then also on top of this, this is going to increase... this is going to... proc your Draugr, and then on top of that, you're gonna also hit your enemies with minor vulnerability. So they're gonna have their damage increased by 5% taken. And then our front bar, Northern Storm, this is just a really good ultimate. I think this is the best thing on Warden that you can use right now. It's going to put a nice little dot on your, or it's going to do a nice little AoE around you. I'm sorry, I'm tired, guys, tonight. It's going to put a nice little AoE around you, and also reducing their movement speed by 40%, so they're kind of trapped for a bit. And then also you're getting major protection, so it's going to reduce your damage taken by 10%, so that's pretty huge. And then our heals, or our back bar is going to be Arctic Blast as one of our main heals. This is going to be your main burst heal, and I use the word burst very lightly because heals on Mag Warden are not good. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. Uh, so Arctic Blast is the best thing that we can use on this. So having that up at all times is really going to help your healing. And Race Against Time is going to give you Major Expedition, also Minor Force, and increase your movement speed. So this is going to proc your Wretched Vitality a lot, so definitely use this as much as you can in the fight, to keep that up. Elemental Susceptibility. This is going to affect your enemies with Major Breach all the time, but most importantly, every 6 seconds that this ability is on somebody, this is going to put another status effect on them, so like Burning, Chilled, or Concussion, and that's going to help your Draugr, which I didn't explain actually what that does for all you guys that don't know. So I'll explain that after I'm done going over the skills. Sorry, I'm all over the place tonight. Leeching Vine, this is another source of your heals. This is also a heal that you can give to your allies as well. So this is going to give you a nice little 2k heal at the beginning of it, and then a nice little minor life seal over the 10-second duration. So it's nice to keep this on you at all times, but then use your Arctic Blast as your heal to actually get your health up a lot more when you're in more serious situations. Ice Fortress, this is going to be your source of major resolve, so it's going to increase your physical and spell resistance by 6k. And you also gain minor protection during that entire time too, so that's nice. And then our back bar ultimate is Healing Thicket. This is going to be a nice little heal for you. This is going to be a lot of times where you're taking too much pressure and you don't have enough ultimate for a Northern Storm yet. So Healing Thicket is really going to help you out in those situations, and it's really going to help with a nice heal. Back to our gear for a little bit. Sorry, I didn't explain it. Draugr, what that does is the 2-piece gives you max magic, the 3-piece gives you offensive penetration, the 4th piece gives you magic recovery, and then the 5-piece, dealing direct damage to an enemy, places a ghostly curse on your enemy for 6 seconds, and then cursed enemies take 617 extra damage from all your damage abilities. So basically what that means is putting status effects on them, like elemental susceptibility, or something like your fetcher or anything like that, is really, it's gonna make them take extra damage, and you just end up doing so much damage in the long run. The longer a fight goes on, the better it is for you. It's really good. Keep your dots on your enemies at all times. Then also Malabeth, I didn't explain that either. The 1-piece is going to give you max health, and then the 2-piece is going to, when you take damage, you have a 10% chance to create a beam that steals 5,400 health over 6 seconds from the attacker. So, and you're getting a major vitality too, increasing your healing received by 16%. So what this does is it's going to help your healing a lot on this build, and Mag Warden really struggles with healing, which is why I'm using Malabeth compared to other sets I normally use, like Magma or Bloodspawn. I think Malabeth is the 1-piece of this that's really good, that you need on this to be able to stay alive. And then let's move on to our champion points. Our blue tree is going to look like this. Our 4 main slottables are going to be Ironclad, Duelist Rebuff, Deadly Aim, and Master at Arms. So as always, just fill in the champion points accordingly to however many you have. Those are the 4 most important. Also increase your Eldritch Insight, your Tireless Discipline, stuff like that. Your red tree, the 4 main slottables, are going to be Boundless Vitality. You want to get that health up as high as possible. Fortified, get that armor up. Pain's Refuge, it's going to give you mitigated damage for every negative effect on you. And then Celerity. Celerity is the one that you can change around. I just like being really fast, to be honest. Being fast in this game, especially in open world Cyrodiil, is honestly king. Like, I can't stress enough how much it helps me stay alive just by being fast. So you can go with something else if you want. I just like being as fast as possible, personally. And then Green Tree, do I even need to go over this? Use Breakfall, use Rationer, use Liquid Efficiency. That's really the most important 3. right there. All right, and that's it, guys. Thanks for watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you guys like the build, don't forget to like the video. It really helps me a lot. I know it's not much, but hey, just liking that video really helps me out in the algorithm. So please do that. And let's play another game. If you've made it to the end of this video right now, what is your favorite class to play in ESO? So that's it. That's all you have to comment. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see this build live in action, you can catch me live at twitch.tv/Sekaar. All right, guys. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys next time. Later.
So what you got?
I'm exhausted tonight 'cause I can't sleep. No, I can't sleep. I'll just lie awake tonight 'cause I can't sleep without you beside me. But I can't sleep. But I can't sleep. But I can't sleep. I'm exhausted tonight 'cause I can't sleep. No, I can't sleep. I'll just lie awake tonight 'cause I can't sleep without you beside me.